Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. In today's episode, it's 8:30. I am mostly done with all of my, uh, you know, schoolwork, mostly. Still got the final report and the final presentation. I mostly, took the day off today, because, I don't know, I was thinking about it, and so I met with my client last Tuesday, and we talked about what she wanted for the final, deliverable. And then I basically didn't stop working on the project except to eat for the next week. So, we got there. But I figured I would take today to not grind. And I will finish the final report and all of that tomorrow. My group can handle it. I'm sure they will. Anyway. Do I want to ask you something today? Yeah, I want to talk about hiking today. Over the course of the last week, while I was going very hard on my project, I occasionally thought about going out for a walk. I live out in the countryside, so there's a lot of nice places to walk, but I've never gone actually hiking. I'll walk along the side of the road or something like that, but I've never been not never. I've been through the woods. I went to camping things when I was a kid, but I haven't been hiking anytime recently, and I've thought a little bit about it. I thought it could be kind of fun. I'm gonna look around and see if there's any interesting trails to start out on. Do you go hiking? You tell me what your experience is. You carry bear spray with you? Maybe. What about shark spray? Never know when those fuckers are gonna appear. Anyway, don't forget to comment, subscribe. Hellhorned Exile Umbra, Plating Seal, Spell Shield, Patient, Ritual Battle, Making of a Morsel, Inferno. Sharks could be right behind you right now, you never know. Gurg's Goad in a Hellhorn starter. I'm in a reasonable mood. You could, theoretically, hypothetically, consider me someone who would pick Alpha Fiend. You could, theoretically, hypothetically. You could think of me as someone who might take Alpha Fiend here. This is a fine boons. I have been known, I believe I've been known to pick Alpha Fiend in the past. I don't really have any recollection, but I think I've been known to click on Alpha Fiend as a unit in my run before, so. Well, this is the worst case right here. I could not imagine a draw worse than this, but no, I could. This could be a dead weight. That's true. It could be slightly worse. Well, on the bright side, our champion only takes 15, so it's fine. He only goes to 1 HP, so it can't be so bad. It's pretty bad, but we can plink it. When in doubt, you can plink it out. And we can go... Morsel Jeweler is just better unless it was blocking more than 3 damage, but it is only blocking 3. And Missing Inferno is a shame. This deck has an extremely good start with Inferno and 2 rituals. So we have that going for us, at least. This is gonna be a bad one. It's a terrible day. Oh man. Fine, we took 3. When I ran the numbers when I clicked the trial in my head, I saw the lines, and I thought about the worst case, and the worst case led to this, and the worst case was 3 damage, so it ended up working how I would expect. I'm gonna go Fledgling. I'm down to go Perils. Hypothetically, a demon would be good here. The thing is, Horned Warrior is worse than Hornbreaker Prince presently. The only upside is I can give him HP, but Hornbreaker Prince gets HP, so I'll take Rail Beater. That's okay with me. And we can look at a little bit of a reroll. Yeah, this is fine. I'm probably realistically not going to play the Fiend here, even if they show him, because this unit, this Rail Beater, is very strong. I am going to drop 150 on 2 removals because it makes us a lot stronger. We have everything we need for this run to be strong, very strong. I would like to see Steelworker. +4 doesn't actually scare me because we have 5 torches and 5 of some other card. I can't think of the name of it right now, though. Oh, and this is the only thing that's bad, is when there's a 13 times 2. I didn't really think that would happen, but hypothetically it should pan out. You just focus on it. I mean, worst case, 13 damage goes into my rail beater, but 26? Oh, you do 4. Yeah, look at that. Well, we Inferno the middle floor, and it's fine. It makes up for the fact he also has a lot of HP, so it's not like you're risking all that much. I don't believe, anyway. I think it is best to just play both rituals. I'll kill the Spikes enemy, I'm sure, but even if I don't, I should have enough HP. Yeah. Even if I don't, it looks like enough if you just double up your rage. Seems fine to me. That looks solid. Yeah, Welder Helper is basically the exact unit I would like to see here. And I think Prismal Dust makes sense. And Steelworker. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really get any better than this, to be honest with you. This is everything you would want. And now all I want is Value Stone. I'm not gonna, so the duplicate is better if there's a Value Stone in this temple, but I don't, oh wow. Maybe this is the day where everything goes right. However, there could also be a holdover. Permafrost, you can, if you reroll, you can buy holdover at the highest cost here, so you skip the Emberstone for double stack. 2 schools of thought here. You can Value Stone double stack Ritual of Battle, or you can win the game. It's like, it's a really close call, but I do think that starting out on Combat 3 with a Value Stone Inferno and at least 2 duplicates ahead of you is a good call. You can go -1 Ritual and be fine. If there's a temple in the next ring, which there should be, yeah, based on the past here of money, there should be a temple here. It means that we can wait on the infusion and not jump to 60. I'm only gonna have, what is it? I'm only, oh wow, wait, what the hell? This is a 3 temple run. Okay. Oh, wow. Hellforger's Hammer is really good. Frozen Nostalgia is actually also very good, but it makes me take double space, and I don't like that. You're giving up a boss relic, basically, because you have to equalize your space in this run. And in giving up your boss relic there, you are giving yourself +15 across the board, which is not bad, but I'm not ready for it. Oh yeah, you're a Steelworker. Right. It's fine. It is not a big deal. I'm okay with this as well, because, let's see here. I don't think you need to play the Imp. It only really matters. I'm going to play Perils here, by the way, because we can just wipe the wave that I really would get punished by playing Perils by. Because this wave is already weakened for me, but weakened enough that it dies. So the wave that scares me would be this wave, but that wave is now dead thanks to me killing Perils, or killing it, rather. Okay. I will just end there. Anyway, we're fine, and I'm going to make a lot of Infernos, and then the only thing that's a bit of a shame is I have less duplicates than I would like. I have less of everything than I would like, to be fair, but that's just because I want a lot here. Really good morsel to play, actually. Anyway, I think that this is a run that is very privileged, because it has a lot of what you would want to use to win already. Like, I have the framework for a winning run. I have damage scaling, I have wave killing, I have survivability. I mean, everything you want at Daedalus is solid. So now we just extrapolate out. Transcendent? Yeah, sure. Morsel Maid? No. Nah, nope. Not today. Absolutely not. And then I was going to take space here, but I do not need to. I believe this is actually an energy pickup, because holdover would not go to Perils, so This is actually a pretty nuanced decision that I'll walk you through here, because this is the sort of thing that I can decide very quickly because I recognize, but I will walk you through it step by step, right? So, maybe it's not that nuanced, I'm overselling it. So normally you would pick space here because we have imps and we're going to want to play 2 imps. Space is not needed because we got Railforger's Hammer. So following that, you would pick energy because we have 2 rituals, an X cost card, and an Inferno. Often I will not pick energy in this position, but specifically here, the expensive cards in this deck are cards that I want to play and will want to play, and they have upgrade slots that I don't necessarily want to give all of to -1s. So that's step 2. Step 3 is, in this deck you would pick draw because there's a potential that you would end up with holdover perils, and holdover perils wipes out an energy relic. It makes it completely worthless. So in that case, you would pick draw, leaving yourself open to holdover, and then pick energy and a delayed pick after fell. However, lastly, this deck has a better holdover target than perils, which is Inferno, and holdover Inferno is 1 energy every turn, which we want energy for. Which leads you to the energy take here. It may not seem like I do that level of thought about these choices, but it really just happens naturally when I think about that and when I'm leading up to it, because, you know, I've played a lot of this game. And so I should still walk you through it every now and then, I feel, just to keep you in the loop. There's an Endless here. This run is pretty over. Multi-strike is probably not. I mean, everything that isn't Endless isn't really what I'm after here. Alpha Fiend? Not today, brother. Endless is what I'm concerned with. The other thing too is Endless Transcendent is on the table, and that's an energy heavy pickup as well. Yeah, I mean, it's just Endless. I don't want anything else. Cool. Endless Transcendent does look pretty good. Now, Endless Transcendent does not take a Welder Helper infusion very well. Yeah, I don't think it does. So I will infuse the Fledgling Imp onto it, but first I'm going to you don't actually have to infuse anything onto it. First of all, I'm going to infuse Steelworker onto Rail Beater, and that's fine. A little better than fine, to be honest with you. It is very good. I'm also going to take my 2 removals, kill Train Steward. We have a lot of points in this run where enemies are going to kill my Transcendent for me outside of the normal turns, which is very good as well. But like I've been saying, we're very strong. It is good. I'm trying to cut out very, but it is very hard. I'm gonna not take the 15. We're very strong. We are powerful. We are great, however you want to say it. However, 60 pack shards and an uncertain scaling line with 5 draw is good enough for me to say no thank you. We're strong, but we could miss all of our rage and then drop dead on this turn if there's a bad infusion. So let's not tempt fate. Now, we have a higher priority to playing imps than we did before. Yeah, wow, look at that wave. But we have a higher priority because of Transcendent, and then we have a lower priority as well. If I put you up front, you just armor yourself and sit here. If I put you behind, you get armor from Steelworker. So I think I am okay to play Transcendent. I can put him mid-floor, herald him, and then Inferno. And that's the idea you want to follow through on. Gives me the Transcendent on this turn, which is fine. The loss of the draw is a little bit of a shame, but we do get 20 armor, which is fine. Maybe I shouldn't be playing him. You know what? I bet I shouldn't be playing this unit, especially when Fledgling Imp is, of course, the bottom card. Don't be ridiculous. 1, 2. I think it's best to go Ritual on the front man, like so. And then just take my hits here. Fledgling Imp being the bottom card is hilarious, and not in a good way. 36, 36, 36, 22, 20, that's fine. You ping the backliner and get 10 more damage on the man, puts him into 2-hit range. Yeah, very funny, Monster Train. Fledgling and bottom card, haha hee hee. He put Endless on Transcendent. You got me. No, you got me, it's fair. It's not fair, fuck you, Monster Train. I'll never forgive you for this. We'll talk about what the plan is in the next ring. I have to see it. I am a little lower on HP. I'm glad I didn't take the trial. It was smart to skip. Fire Chomper is a little better than important work here because it removes the heavy cost of playing Transcendent. You play Pyre Chomper and you're chilling. Now at the same time, Pyre Chomper is the best unit in the game that you never want to put in your deck. That is to say, great card, hate actually picking this, would much rather play important work, but I don't know. I think both are okay. I'm leaning a little bit towards important work, but I'm gonna go Pyre Chomper. Yeah, that's just not a pick. Gem Trove Grovel would be really good if I picked the Morsel Maid back there. So in this ring, I will be going right because I want Pyre Health and a Relic first and foremost. Oh my god, look at all this Morsel support. I'm not playing... I mean, you know, I have Making of a Morsel, so picking Mask of Penumbra is probably better than 25 gold because it turns Making of a Morsel into less of a terrible hit. Spell Chain, Purge -1. So we're gonna Hell Vent Inferno, of course. Not really a shock here, I'm sure, but Inferno is the card. However, a thought here is no, because Fledgling Imp on Transcendent Cascades. Never mind, it's definitely Inferno. Okay, and then this is the last temple of the run. Remember that as well. So if I want to do an infusion here on the Transcendent, which I do, it's really bad if I do not. But we have to do it now. Dealer's choice, and I'm pretty sure it's Fledgling Imp is best because Welder Helper is the line that I could potentially play if I picked important work, but this Transcendent doesn't die because the Welder Helper infusion is 10 armor to all friendly units, including himself. Eventually he just sits in the front and lives forever. Without something like Burnout 1 or Imp Toss, it's just not very viable. So we will put Fledgling Imp into Transcendent here. This is a crazy amount of rage that we will be getting over the course of this run. And we shall continue. Crystal Cloak does not frighten me. Multi-strike here. I'm 95 pack shards, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue to play it safe because this is the exact circumstance that you're playing it safe for. The first enemy can be infused, this overcharged tank. Thank you, Blink. And if this guy's infused, he is a major threat. If I draw poorly, I die here. Absolutely. It's not really like... It's not a question mark. It's not like, oh, well, maybe, maybe not. If I draw poorly, this run is over. Hopefully we get a little extra draw. It isn't looking good. I hate to inform you. It's looking a little bit bad here. This gets eaten. I don't care about Morsel or damage shield rather. 14, 13. I don't care. I'm gonna try to kill this enemy. Yeah, hilarious. Yeah, I mean this draw is just game losing. It's not really that shocking, is it, Monster Train? You would draw me these cards in this order and just offer me defeat. I might be dead. I honestly, this is 15 damage and he's -30, which puts you at 129 plus 8 is 137. That is a lot of damage. I think I am dead. I don't think there's anything you can do about this. I think that this draw order against this combat is a death. I'm, what was it, 15? He has to hit me 5 times. He hits me 5 times. Yeah, I'm dead. Okay. Well, I'm not necessarily dead. Hold on. I can Making of a Morsel into any rage card. Either Ritual or Fledgling Imp here should be survival. Ah, look at that. It's not so bad, is it? Now, this is I mean, first of all, Mask of Penumbra legitimately just saved my life, so great choice there. Second of all, great look at why I like to take draw. A lot of times Monster Train is about avoiding that checkmate situation where a bad draw order on a bad turn kills your run. And that is what we just watched, is a bad draw order almost killing my run. This Fledgling Imp has to go in front. I mean, from here we're fine. We took 30 instead of dying. Tia. Not gonna play the Welder Helper because I don't want it. Maybe I should just... It doesn't really matter from here, I guess, but that's not necessarily the correct way to go about this because he lives now and he's gonna be here forever. That was an incorrect line. It doesn't hurt me that much. I guess he ends up tanking 3 hits, so ultimately it ends up all being 230. This is fine. He just tanks the whole wave. I should have calculated that. That was very lazy of me to not check if I just let that set. I mean, I would have lost if I was wrong there, so, you know, not necessarily the way to go about it, but hey. Gotta take out the turns here. I am down with 8x Prismal Dust. And what looked very bad and was very bad pans out to be acceptable. Everyone, please take a moment and thank Mask of Penumbra for keeping us in this run. Thank you, Mask of Penumbra. Please clap. Now, this is what I was talking about last time. If I had taken Important Work, I would slam Imp in a Box, because Pyrochomp Rod of Imp in a Box is very good. However, I did not, so I could take Important Work. I could also just take Imp in a Box anyway, because more Imps is good. However, I don't know, man, Important Work is also really good. The problem is it's expensive, but after I play Pyrochomper, it's fine. Yeah, you're right. Trample Stone is absolutely fine. A little better than fine. Also, indirectly, now this might sound a little interesting or perhaps a little wrong. However, Trample Stone makes Imp in a Box inherently like 5% worse. It's very slightly worse because pulling Umbra Stone off of an Impish Scholar that you get off of Imp in a Box is not good. You don't want to play that card again. So, just an interesting little cascade there. I'm going to go for Pyre Health if you don't mind. Summon abilities trigger an additional time is very good. Unbroken Horn, also pretty good here, but, you know. Silenced Tome for Patient Seraph sounds solid. Yeah, I don't hate that. I am going to not take Pack Shards here. I'm sure you're shocked to find that out, but 53 HP. I've been in a few bad draws in a row. I'm not feeling the most confident here, so I'm just gonna take it easy. We're gonna go 95. I also have a relic in Ashes, so it's okay. I'm gonna draw well in this combat. I'm sure of it. I just want to get rid of the Prismal Dust. I don't want to hold on to this card forever. On the bright side, we have an extra turn to draw well, which is nice. Trample Stone here, Inferno, the Scary Wave. Okay, this combat is fine. It is basically now impossible for this combat to go against me. Solid. Wait, how do you play this? It's... this unit... It's Inferno bottom floor. I guess it's Fledgling Imp. It's definitely Fledgling Imp. There's no way it's not. And then Important Work brings you up to 3, and then Fledgling Imp goes again. Takes a hit for you, and then Infernoing the bottom floor is right. Ritual Battle is just a bait there. You have to recognize how much rage you're getting off of the Fledgling Imp now. It's extremely high. Yeah. I can't believe it, man. I almost didn't pick this too. That's the real thing about this position that makes me go, oh yeah. I almost just didn't take it, because I almost talked myself out of it. I almost said, oh, you know, that doesn't sound all that good. But look at this, it was a game-winning choice. Yeah. This is a bit of a catch-22 with Transcendent, though. He's just gonna live. Or, like, you play Welder Helper and then this unit just sits here forever. I guess ultimately it's okay because I am almost killing the boss here, but, you know. Once here is fine. I should not have played Perils like that. I played it thinking maybe I would kill Fel. That was a very silly thing to think. Fel will die in time. You got this, Plane. It's not possible to get to the pre-relentless. You're off by a little bit. I'm just gonna end my turn now. Ultimately, the imp staying in the front doesn't matter. I almost played Inferno. Like, yeah, look at how far ahead I am. I can play Inferno here. That would not have been ideal. Ally is good, survivability is solid, the other two cards are not good. Draw. If you ever find yourself wondering why I pick draw so often, you can now consider this position that we found ourselves in. We snuck out of it thanks to, surprisingly, a draw relic, but hopefully you get the picture now. Monster Train is not a very kind game. I would love Precious Plating here. You know what's better than melee weakness on the first wave? 40 more Pyre HP. I am going to click this horde as well. Light's Gift is good. I had to think about it for an extra second. It's good on the Divinity, and everything leading up to the Divinity shouldn't matter. I would like to make... Oh, I'd actually like to reroll here? No. Can't afford off the reroll. We go Brawler 3. I'll go -1, I guess. I'll just go -1 on... I like making one of the Infernos free. That's fine. That way, if we don't see holdover, we can just double that Inferno and we have a freebie. You know, this is probably one of my worst habits. I should be putting -1, or not -1s, I should be putting +10s on torches. There have been a few positions where that would make a difference, and I just haven't done it. That's definitely something I should get better about. What do you feel about this trial? I hate it, actually. I really don't like it. I also don't think that I need money on this run, but specifically here, this is the oops I died situation, as I will call it, where I'm going to Inferno this guy, and then he's gonna heal, and then I'm just gonna take a shitload of damage, and I'm gonna go oops I died. Hey Plink, you wanna hit this guy once? Oh my god, Plink, what the hell? Whoa! Plink just went nuts. Blink just went a little ridiculous. Did you see that shit? Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what I was talking about. Even in this run, where I have taken draw, I have gone down as much as I can on cards. Well, not really as much as I can, but you get the idea. I have dropped a lot of cards out of this deck. Even in this position, there's a chance that Ritual, Fledgling Imp is the bottom of the deck, and you just go, oops. So if you take that trial there, you take, what is that? That's 10 times 8. That's 80 damage. That's not good if you take that trial. That's real bad. This is real bad. I don't like that. I'll silence now and ping one of these guys. But thankfully I didn't take the trial, so I don't have to take that damage. Very cool. Man, a lot of this game is really just going, wow, how do I think Monster Train is gonna fuck with me today? And then when you figure out how you think Monster Train is gonna fuck with you today, you deal. Now, unfortunately, Transcendent will stop being replayed. I know he won't. He'll die from the blowback here. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Sometimes I play these turns out though a little overly cautious, or these runs, I guess I should say, and it catches you because that's the point of the game, is you have to balance out being overly cautious and not being cautious enough. But nonetheless, Inferno down here. I need the explosions to kill my Transcendent on the next turn. Like so. Usually you can get an extra Transcendent play here with a little morsel minor maneuvering. Yeah. And ultimately we have the double summon Cascading Fledgling Imp, which is going to give you a bit of rage. Yeah, ultimately, we end up on a unit that does 500 times 5 with Trample, but the path to getting there is less, it is more fraught with danger than perhaps you would believe. I just want to see how large you can get the rage numbers here. 798 times 5? Not bad. It's like 5,000 damage Trample there. I mean, it's more than that because of the melee weakness. It's like an inconceivable amount of damage. I go important work again. The theory of this deck, I guess, or the theme, I guess is another way to say it, is that if you live past turn 3, that means that you cannot have drawn a dead draw that kills you. And in that case, you win the run. Probably not improve Firebox. I would like something like Lost Luggage here. I'm going to reroll the Trinket Shop here. Cheater's Hand is mid. I don't really like it that much. I don't really care for cost down either. I don't think I need it. I actually think the only thing that's good for this deck is removal of cards. I am not going to go to 120 for it though. I will take a -1 on Ritual. It is fine. And I'm going to go +20 Consume Torch. I said I should do this, I'll do this. The duplicate here is, you could make a case for Transcendent. Because he's Tian, and doubling up is just a faster rate. Yeah, I think it's better. Without Light's Gift, by the way, is where I would think about going a second Inferno here, because without Light's Gift, you have bad survivability, actually. Our survivability isn't that great. So, if you don't have Light's Gift here, it's probably better to go Inferno, because Inferno kills enemies, and Inferno killing enemies, defense is the theme there. I do not believe that there's a universe here in which we respect Patient Seraph. I'm pretty sure I rally him and I don't care. I have Damage Shield, I have a Fledgling to take the hits, I have everything you need. So, let's follow through. I'm going to play Inferno. I'm going to play Steelworker Railbeater. I'm going to play Young Prince. I'm going to play Transcendent. Importantly, I am not going to play Important Work. I will not be able to afford my Transcendent if I do that. It's as simple as Tia Torch. You can't play Trample, you got a Tia Torch here. I thought about that and I said, I didn't say this out loud, but I said internally, I bet that's enough to kill. It is enough to kill. Then you go Perils, and then you go Important Work, then you go Fledgling and Transcendent again, and then all of a sudden Seraph just took 36-30. So, yeah, you know. Nothing one of these guys often do significantly less damage. It doesn't make a difference, he dies on the next turn for sure. That said, I don't think I have to respect Seraph here. I'm pretty sure he is done for. And I believe that this is a pretty good case for that. I think that I would have thought a little more about it if I did not draw Transcendent on turn 1, but Transcendent on turn 1 means that, you know, we get there. But a very strong run. I guess another way to put this is, oh my god, I didn't mute Facebook either? What the hell? WhatsApp went off when I was recording Gordian Quest today, and now I didn't mute Facebook either? A fucking disaster of a day, man. Anyway, what I should say, I suppose, or what I mean to say, I suppose, is that this is a run where you get lost looking at what the turns look like on turn 5, right? You sit here and you go, wow, this looks so powerful, and you're looking at turn 5 where you have all of this shit out. I should play Making of a Morsel here. There's a 1 in 22 that the top part of my deck is Pyre Chomper. It is not. However, I'm going to be floating in energy anyway, so I may as well dodge the Ember Drain. That's the follow-up thought there. So we go Fledgling in. Now, Hornbreaker Prince will die at the rate that we're going to be going here. However, I think the Divinity will actually just die first. Goes up to 3, down to 1, up to 2, down to 0. Yeah, I mean, turn 2 I just did 31-44, so, you know. Prince is on his way out. He's on his deathbed. I'll throw a Morsel Miner. Get him, champ. It's like, hypothetically, Plink kills here, right? Probably not, but like, the thing is, Prince is dying next turn, and things might look scary. Maybe. 804. I should have played Alloy when I skipped Alloy, but you know, it is what it is. I had Damage Shield as it turns out, so there's actually nothing to be concerned about. even if it was like the worst case here, I have the pyre health to live, so what's there to really be afraid of, huh? Just go 17x here. Inferno the spikes for, because I'm not actually 100% sure that he dies here. He dies here. Yeah, okay. GG. But you're always one... This is... If you want to take one thing away from this as a Monster Train life lesson, you're always one worst case scenario away from losing an otherwise one run. And so you plan for that. And a lot of times, the answer to how do I avoid the worst case scenario is take more card draw, because the worst case scenario is bottom decking your most important card. Or it's duplicating your most important card. One of those two. But anyway, it was a fun one. A transcendent run with a little side of interestingness. Shout out to Mask of Penumbra. My one and only. That's not true. I don't feel that way. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.